man, jeez. Let us mark you real quick. Let us mark... Were there actually 2 up here? Oh, me oh my. That is terrifying to say the least. Ooh. Electrical eel, on the other hand, should be fairly manageable. Just need to make sure we get you lethally poisoned. And that is beautiful. You, my friend, can also just come with us. And not too shabby. Already down to 14% on lightning bolt, so we're real close to having some form of killing hydras here. Might as well put on the ring of strength. Oh right, I should also just put on the ring of flight. Forgot we still had a few appendages available for such things. And that will be absolutely huge. At least depending on the layout of the map, I guess. No guarantees. But one can dream. And boy, are we ever living on a dream. And there's our Hydra friend. So, you are 6-headed? 5-headed. That's a 5-head move right there. Well, we can probably take you on if our lightning bolts hit. We just need like 2 really good lightning bolt rolls and you're dead. It's that easy, folks. We only have the mana to afford exactly that, so we need them both to pass. The main issue here is that we do not want to leave a Hydra camping the stairwell. This one was 6-headed, so it seems to be one of the ones from up there that has come on down to say hello to little old me. 5 times 18 is 90 damage max here. With only 5 AC, it's actually fairly likely that they even hit for that. So, what the heck can I possibly do against you? We can blow your mind. Again, you should get a chance for every head, so 29 times 5, maybe game, maybe just maybe. It's really only fair. Let us try... Oh, we're currently a min-toxic aura. Yeah, that's not going to hurt them, so that is safe. And if we can get them, it's not the end of the world, or not, that's cool too. Let's see how these go. Ah. Very loud. 9 times 5, 100% guaranteed. That's the dream. One would think that would be the case, but unfortunately I have a sneaking suspicion that it is not, in fact, everything we can hope and dream for. We could try to bring this buddy upstairs. We'd be hoping for some low rolls, use IMB to push them off of us, and then run away. At least Fear Scroll has a chance to work. So there's that. I wish I knew for sure whether this was 1 Hydra or 2. We at least woke them both up, so maybe they've gone exploring since we last saw their faces. So let's head back up. And was it you? Not you. But you, though. Take me away. Okay, so we have at least 1, potentially 2 Hydras roaming around the level, but that's not the end of the world. Everyone should have been drawn to the loud noises we just made down below. And so you're saying there's a chance here? I'm very curious if that nice little beachy area we see below us there is an entrance to shoals, because then we could potentially take advantage of that. Let's take our friend upstairs though. Fantastic. Dr. Bart, you found something I have to check out later? The fact that one character is in the stocks and looks exactly like the cultist you picked. You died laughing. Here, we'll quickly check that out. So now. Where's this dog I keep... No. I'll have to watch it with volume later, but it looks just like you for sure. Thanks for passing that along. We'll check it out after the stream today. But okie dokie. Let's keep up this very cautious game of cat and mouse we have going. This exclusion can be removed and in fact can be moved to this stairwell instead. And let's get exploring, shall we? And now this is more my speed. If you want to keep throwing yaks at me, dungeon, then I am more than happy to oblige. It is beautiful. Okay, there's our five-headed friend, still a menace as always, I see. But okay. This is a bit more interesting. Okay, random energy. You suck. But we get to an escape hatch, six-headed and five-headed. Jeez Louise, let's get rid of the exclusions in general. I don't think they're relevant anymore. And get the heck out of Dodge. And I guess now this stairwell is back to being the safe one. It's getting hard to keep track of all of these. No more random energy. 0.29, easy. Oh yeah, definitely it's going to be easier. And Saved, you're still dealing with medicating your cats? I'm sorry to hear that. Definitely sorry to hear that they're still having some minor health issues. I hope that they're doing all right in general, or it's a more kind of standard level of medication. Not anything too drastic. Always sorry to hear when pets have a bit of a hard time. And okie dokie. Fought one of you sons of guns before. We can do it again, I believe. Just have to make sure, again, that we're in a relatively safe position, that no other new friends will take advantage of our moment of weakness. I don't want to throw out lightning bolts because they're a bit loud for us at the moment. Ooh. And that's a rough miscast. Again, we kind of called it earlier. Of course, when we need it most, that's when the avatar disappears. Oh, we got there. And let's get back on the road. Now, blink frogs, I'm down with. Not you, Hydra. But maybe just the five-headed Hydra. Again, we'll throw an experiment into the mix here. 11% failure rate on Lightning Bolt. Should do a decent amount better, especially if we can do some bounce shots. Fantastic. Just do that every time. It's that easy, folks, and perfect. We have our next contestant up and running. Hello, Dragon. I don't want to deal with multiple friends at once. You know, it seems like the Hydra might have just lost their way. Cannot move. Well, that would have been a terrifying miscast to happen in a different circumstance, but we got there. Fantastic. And onwards we go. Okay, friend, can I do anything? No funky bounces on you at the moment. Not there either, but we can at least hit you, so that's something. And now is that... I don't know if that bounce actually hits you multiple times. I unfortunately don't believe it to be the case. But this, on the other hand, should do. Oof. Well, that's not exactly ideal. This... double oofs. We do have some acid charges. Let's see. 90% chance to hit. That should do the trick. Now is not the time for the blink frogs to descend upon me, though. I at least need the magic. Otherwise, not too much of a concern. OTR is going to make short work, especially if they're in a pack. And that's good enough for me. Ooh, let's not get stoned today, though. Hey there, my basilisk friend. And I think that should be at a decent time. Just perfect. So the advantage of Sif that she was supposed to have a statue form and then Octozap form, right? Indeed. Otherwise we were going to go vet for cool bennies. So Sif, where's my spell book? You know, I've been asking myself the same thing. Though I shouldn't be too greedy because we did at the very least get our lightning spells from a god gift here. So it's at least the tip of the iceberg and just enough leeway for us to take a step into the next world, I'm hoping. I also just realized I was saying earlier that I thought maybe this beach area is shoals, but we had a swamp entrance right here, so yeah, that's probably not the case. Could have seen that one coming, but hey, it's still not the end of the world. Let's get our rhymey friend all dusted there. And I guess we can take another peek here. things are definitely becoming more castable across the board. Lightning Bolt is Conjuration's heir, so both skills that we're training at the moment are equally as useful in that regard. I would like, though, I think now, to start putting some shields into the mix. Let's get that up to 4 and focus it down. At least get that buckler chugging along and see how that goes. You, my friend, are definitely a risk I'm easily resisting. Easily? At 39%? I don't know if I would call that easily game, but to each their own. I guess it's all relative at the end of the day. Amulet of the Acrobat, not super useful for us at the moment, but we'll keep it in mind. And we're kind of replenishing some of the fog scrolls that we used up, so I guess that's kind of nice in its own right. Let's face the other way, and then we can call attention from the water moccasin. Hopefully make it back to the stairs, even if not, probably not the end of the world. And indeed, we do make it through. IMB is up to 2d10, so it's okay damage. Definitely glad that we're not having to kill hydras with it, because that starts to get a little bit rough of a proposition, or proposition I should say. And you should be just fine, my friend. On the other hand, a cane toad, that I can deal with. That is fantastic. And we're at least starting to keep a bit more of a consistent level of piety now that we're not constantly running between fights and not able to do any real legwork. So we do have that going for us at the very least. It is quite literally something. As long as the rest of these floors here see it in their hearts to not be too brutal on us, then we should be a-okay. Whoopsie daisies. Not exactly what I meant to do there. In fact, let's keep heading back towards Explore territory while we wait for our new friend to catch up with us. You can get poisoned, even though probably a bit redundant with the IMB. Not too bad. And we do have 2 ID scrolls, so let's actually dive into those immediately here and see what else we have available. No acquirement yet, but that's, I guess, to be expected. And let's just blast this son of a gun. Well, that is very bad. We have 1 fear scroll that we could read before we turn into stone here. So I have a sneaking suspicion. Let's do a double check. A sneaking suspicion this could be our downfall. 10 damage from each of you. And it's probably a few turns. Oof, that is rough. If I go tree form, what does that mean? Do I just become a petrified tree? Nice little fossil for your trouble. Alternatively, 27 health. Could go with the lightning gambit. I don't think that's our best bet. That one's obviously going to hit us, which isn't great. I am not able to hit both of our water moccasin friends either. So that is not ideal. I guess one moccasin will take a while to get around to us if we just take the step up to the top right. And that should be enough not to die. I'm hoping. We start getting turned to stone again, though, on the other hand, might be in trouble. In fact, let's just start blasting with some poison, and fantastic. Definitely not the end of the world. We did just hear an angry hiss, but hopefully they don't come around to say hello until we're a little more prepared, a little more well-dressed here. That is good enough for me. Fantastic. Surviving through that is about all you can ask for. Very similar to our orc experience. I have very, very low standards right now. Baseline survival is really all that I'm hoping and dreaming of. Shield is up to 2 now. Let us make our way to a stairwell and take a peek. We're at 3 and 8% failure rate if I decide to put on this son of a gun. We go to 4 and 10? I mean, it's not the end of the world. Could be worse. Gives me barely any shielding, but it is some kind of defensive capability, which is not something we've had in our selection here to this point, so there is that to be said. I'm not going to hang out here in the mark too long. I was hoping to get a couple more kills picked off the top, but that's fine. We'll instead just heal up and head back to one of our other stairwells and go around while not being constantly marked, because we all know how we feel about that guy. Mark is not a friend of the stream. Unless your name is Mark, then I apologize for your unfortunate luck. Must truly hurt your social life to be named after the most brutal effect in the game. I don't know if that's true. I wouldn't argue it as the most brutal, but definitely a contender for problematic, to say the least. Rip to all my Marks out there. Yeah, screw you, Mark. Yeah, get 'em. Oof. You chose the wrong day to come at me. 20 damage and poison if damage is dealt. Ouch. At least we don't have to worry about the poison. 20 damage, still a lot. Still more than I would care for. Guess we do have Ice Blast, which should be 3d7 at base value here, I believe. It's unavoidable damage at the very least. Let's go with one more and hope it kills, or it gets close enough that the next one will kill, and that's good enough for me, and then we can get the heck out of dodge. So we're definitely using our consumables at a slightly frightening rate, but it's seemingly been worth it so far, at least. And it's getting us to the point at which we need to succeed moving forward. So again, that's just about all we can ask for. Getting a decent amount of PD with Sif. As soon as Shields is up, I'll start training some invocations. I guess we could start now. Now let's wait for Shields to get up and running. Now this is the dream scenario. Hello, my new friends. I may not continue thinking of this as being but a dream if things go poorly, but as long as we're able to survive the onslaught, then you love to see the packs of poison enemies. You see we have some of those newfangled identify scrolls. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Definitely haven't been ignoring the D scroll that we picked up. Let's try it out. I was hoping for acquirement, but hey, let's not get too out of control here. I'm happy with whatever we can find here as long as it's not completely useless, and magic mapping definitely doesn't quite fall under the completely useless category at the very least. And I now see where all these gosh darn snakes came from. So how about that? I'm glad that actually, I was about to say I'm glad that it was baby snakes instead of Naga, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Naga we at least could have outran and kited to oblivion. But hey, it is what it is, and I'm still alive. I live, B. So that's just about as good as it gets. Rune Hunting Sling, not going to worry too much about that for the time being. And here we go again. Fantastic. Just about through Lair, so hopefully it gets us to a nice comfortable point in terms of actually having Lightning Bolt being slightly more castable. Maybe we'll want some extra spellcasting training in the near future as well, just to have the spell power, or the spell points I should say, to get things working. Four-headed Hydra should be manageable, especially again if I can engage in some fun bounce tricks. Fantastic. Make a lot of noise at this stairwell and then run away. And that was pretty much the game plan from step one there. Slimes are a bit of an issue, but not nearly so much as they once were. At least we have, again, some recourse for dealing with them. Ooh, that's a lot of poison-resistant enemies so far in this floor. You hate to see it. Lightning Bolt is up to 1d39. Not too shabby. Well, I guess we just keep in it here, eh? Again, we might want some Lightning Spire. I guess that's nice because it's a bit more mana efficient than what we have going right now, which is another way to circumvent the mana issues that we'll very likely be facing over the next little bit here at the very least. But let's just keep slowly but surely running our way back. We'll just keeping these Sun's Guns off of our tail. Fantastic. And that does the trick just fine. We're getting there, to say the least. And I am loving seeing it. Now that's more my speed. More endoplasms, please and thank you. That is what I ordered. And is in fact where I parked my car. Fantastic. Oof. Now you're a problem, my friend. 120 health, you can paralyze us. I mean, we could start with Curare and at least slow the son of a gun down. We can just slow them enough that we can get out of sight range. Then you're saying there's a chance. If we miss and they paralyze us, rip to Dr. Calamari, I guess? What's your willpower like, my friend? 3 pips. Yeah, you're not gonna be feared, unfortunately, with any kind of Fear Scroll action. What do I do with you? We could commit to the fight, but I don't think that's a great plan. I agree, Sapid. Definitely a hard pass. The question is just how do we get out of this situation? 64% chance to hit with the Curare. So it's not the end of the world. We could fog up and hope that they lose us in the mists, I guess, and just run the opposite direction. No matter how you slice it, it's not great. This is going to be like 1% chance to charm you. Unfortunately, not going to fall for my my wiles here. Oh, I should not have accidentally attacked a fungus. You know what? I need to slow you. That is not good enough, unfortunately, so we're also going to just have to re-teleport. Perfect timing as we get confused. And get the heck out of dodge. You know, let's wait out that confusion. And get me out, coach. Or, you know, fighting some hell rats. Probably not the end of the world either. Fantastic. So, Layer 5, might have to say goodbye for the time being. It did its job here. We have some more spells fully castable, or at least good enough. And so, what do we wish to do next here? We could head back to Orc. Could start heading in. Swamp and Snake are both going to be fairly tough. I guess regular dungeon. D12 had the Acid Dragon, Gargoyle, Josephine, and Arug. So some of those are manageable now. Gargoyle is still resistant to both poison and electricity, so they might be a tough sell. I guess IMB is our saving grace there. Let's go to D11 and take a peek as to what we were working with. Right, we had exclusions here too. Let's double check that. Hydra, Herald, and Snorg. Oh right, Snorg is just wandering this level somewhere. No idea where. That is terrifying. D12, are all of my most feared enemies asleep? Okay, so let's just ignore our problems for now and keep it going. The 8-headed Hydra is still a few too many heads for me. We can fight them if necessary, but let's exclude them for now. Well, that's not much better. Even if I get into closer range with you, I'm not very happy. Well, turns out we're going to continue with the old theme of the run here, constantly dropping exclusions on everyone and saving them for a later date. I guess we could initiate with Lightning Bolt and just try and output enough damage to finish off Centaur Warrior. It is definitely more manageable than it once was. Just OTR, no shot do we get out of that one in a comfortable position. But a wee bit better in this kind of shape. I don't know if I want to check out this. I might currently, or for the moment here, block off access to that door. Tengu Warrior, that I can handle. Fantastic. We have a few different kind of unavoidable attacks here. Casting spells always a little bit scary because we don't want to wake anything up, but Lightning Bolt is really the only major bit of concern there in terms of just how much noise it makes. Otherwise, should have a fair shot at making it out without causing too much of a ruckus here. Oh, and finally another gift. Innocuous Battle Magic? What the heck is in that? Okay. Take me away. We got Ignite Poison, which is fully castable. I'm gonna have to learn that right away, please and thank you. And what else? Stone Arrow is pretty solid, of course, don't get me wrong. A bit lower level than Lightning Bolt. A little bit quieter. And Stoner Spiffy, right? I definitely agree with you there. Searing Ray we probably won't use. I think we're a bit past those days. One learned stone right away. Let's do it, because that does give us some recourse now against the gargoyle that we mentioned earlier. So let us head here and trade you stone for stone, my friend. Fantastic. So now this one is gone. It's a start. Ooh, Josephine, probably less of a problem. No, that ghostly fireball is gonna hurt real bad. We can at least take care of the friends that she brings along to the party. What are the chances that I can glitch out Maurice again? For any of you who weren't there, I found out that if you can just keep throwing poison darts at Maurice, they just pick them up instead of doing anything. If they decide to do anything except for that, how do I feel? We can probably kill Maurice. Usually it's the evasion that's the hard part, and that's something I can handle. Okay, do the devs know? Turns out, you can in fact still glitch out Maurice. I should probably hit with the occasional poisonous vapors, but otherwise... Oh right, instead of just throwing, actually, I need to throw at the floor at Maurice's feet. For a second there, every time we missed, we were throwing past them, and that's just not going to cut it. Instead, let's keep doing this. I guess if we mulch a dart, that's when it doesn't quite work. Do you pick up stones? Doesn't seem like it, so let's just kill you. Fantastic. Well, that just works out a bit better than we could have hoped. And let's not take care of too many of these sons of guns at once here. In fact, I probably shouldn't even allow myself to get slowed, but here we are. And not too shabby. And if we can take all of Josephine's horde away from them, probably helps us out in the long run here. And now I'm slowed, so let's be slightly more cautious here, shall we? I say as I immediately get myself in the same spot. No mana available. Not exactly great. Bother bringing you kids upstairs? I don't think so. Unless I can get it down to one of you. But where the heck did this Mamba come from? That's not allowed. Definitely not allowed. Can finish you off with a stone arrow though, my friend, and that is absolutely fantastic. Let's get back on the road, shall we? with the magic to actually deal with these sons of guns. They shouldn't be quite as painful to deal with, and indeed that ends up being the case. And wow, okay, we're actually managing to make some level of progress, so there is that. We'll keep you poisoned up, Josephine, and maybe, just maybe, now's the time to make a little bit of extra noise. Switch over to stone arrows, and fantastic. No ghostly effects from you, hey friend? Not that I'm complaining. Let's not get too big for our britches here. So Arug is still around here somewhere, I believe. In fact, yeah, there they are, right there above us. So let's be mildly concerned about that potentiality. Switch over to IMB once you get close, because you are a fairly evasive little buddy, my friend. And there we go, 2 more nice spots opened up for us to finish exploring. And not too shabby, all things considered. Let's head back down. Couple ID gives us Torment and Summoning. Okay, Summoning could save us. And Enchant Armor, less so gonna save us, but it's still not too bad. I'm happy to see it. And okay. Ooh, Harpy is not great for us. Oh, you were a shapeshifter in the end. You know, that makes a lot of sense. But here's where we make our money back with Ignite Poison. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Oops, not ZG. ZF is the one. Beautiful. Should probably get that on a slightly easier key. In fact, let's do a bit of a shuffle. I want to move Poisonous Vapors, but it's slightly dangerous replacing it with a spell that requires no confirmation like Ignite Poison, because I'm not the best at updating my muscle memory here on the fly. It usually ends up with a bit of a learning period. Hopefully it doesn't kill us. But I think we will do it here. Alternatively, I guess IMB could be replaced in terms of where they're placed in our list here. Let's do equal S to reroute some of these. I think Lightning Bolt is going to go to A, and Ignite Poison to D, and last but not least, IMB to E. And that should work with all the macros that we have set up here slightly better. I say as I almost hit Ignite Poison to try and cast IMB. Let's fix that up real quick. You, on the other hand, my friend, are going to be in a heap load of trouble. Absolutely wonderful. We don't want to Ignite Poison here because the fire damage will unfortunately do less work than we could hope for. And that was a lot of damage. Turns out I should not have just been tapping the move key into them, because that very easily could have winded up with a very unexpected death out of the blue. Whoopsie daisies. But hey, the more important part is that we didn't die. So let's just run away. Nope, I don't want what you're selling. I guess we have conditional fire resistance, so we could at least put that on. On the same note though, we could just run instead. So there is that. Oh, and in fact, I probably should have just taken you for the shaft. What? It's never too late. Well, my friend, if you could come right this way, wonderful. I hope that ends up being worth it here. Hey, Neckfall, welcome back. We did get Ignite Poison, so we're feeling pretty spiffy at the moment. Still in our usual state of struggle against anything that is, you know, a bit more of a problem child in regards to using poison magic to solve all of our problems. Hello, Jorgren. Let's ignore you for now. Petrify and Iron Shot mixed with LRD is probably a bit more than I'm able to deal with at the moment here. Let's see, are you going to follow me, Cyclops? No, you'll lose me in the hall? That's fine too. There's Blade Hands and Iron Shot. So Iron Shot is pretty huge. Blade Hands can be really good, but I think we're a bit past the point in the game where we would want to use it. I'm still hoping for Stormform and Manifold Assault, because that will be another story altogether. Let's see, 5-headed Hydra. There's an 8-headed Hydra just around the corner. I should probably actually back up here and lead you on just a short journey. Oops. There's the fat finger mistakes coming in. We knew it would happen. Just didn't think it would be like this. Fantastic. And let's get some bounces against our new friend here. And that is wonderful. 6 heads on you. Hey, buddy. Could potentially kill you with 1 lightning, I guess, if we roll well. So there is that 1d42. Let's try it out. Fortunately, Hydras are relatively safe for maneuvers like that, unless they random energy towards you, and then, oh gosh, hit the panic button. So, no longer feeling quite so spiffy, especially after casting Ignite Poison instead of IMB. Oof, oof, oof. Hey, Rubbery. Taking a small break from the tournament to relax by watching more DCSS. Well, we're glad to have you around. How's your tournament play going at the moment? Yeah. You winning, son? I hope you're having a good time so far. I'm excited to potentially get some of our own tournament playtime in at some point down the road here. No longer can do this shenanigans once we move up to the tournament, but I'm happy I have it for the briefest of moments here. Whoopsie daisies. That was probably not the best timing there. Thought I was casting Lightning Bolt, but hey. Such mistakes are, again, going to be made after I've swapped up which keys all of my main squeeze spells are on. There we go. That's more like it. And in fact, let's just hit you maybe a couple of times. Get a feel for it. You know, I'm not feeling it, so I should try to retreat here as soon as possible. I guess IMB is probably pretty dang solid with attacks of opportunity, hey? One of the few ways that you can consistently get some breathing room. Oops, daisies, that was accidentally cast it there instead of what I was intending, but hey, we got there eventually. Made a lot of noise. Jorgrun is now up. Oops.